So you've finally got a prospect who's interested in what you have to say and actually wants to hear you present. Now is time to jump into the features and benefits of your offering, correct? Actually, no. That is old school selling. Feature and benefit selling has been around for a really long time, and it worked for a lot of years, but certainly in the past 20 to 30 years, feature and benefit selling is the old school. Nowadays, what we want to do is use case studies or case study presentations to ultimately connect where the prospect is with where you're going to take them. Your job is to fill in that gap and help them see the transition of where they are versus where they want to go. So in this video, I'm going to show you 5 keys to a great case study presentation in sales. Check it out. Number 1, think of any great movie plot. Now, a case study ultimately is just an example. It's a story of one of your clients in terms of the success that you've helped them achieve. But what we don't want to do is just focus on all the great stuff that we did and say, this is the case study, because the reality is that's just a sales pitch in disguise. What we want to do is take the great essence of a good movie and put it into our case study. So a great case study ultimately is going to start with the customer was dealing with this and they were struggling with this, right? Just like the hero of the movie was struggling, they couldn't figure it out. And then they tried to do some stuff and it may or may not have worked. And then they met us. And that's when we did some things to help them achieve what they wanted. And as a result, the things that they achieved were this. That's what a great case study is all about. It's showing a journey of where your customer started versus where they went. And then being able to share that case study with a potential prospect is a really powerful way to help that prospect see how their journey could be similar to your customer's journey. Number 2, it's not about you. Most case studies and customer examples that I see a lot of salespeople use with their prospects are very focused on the salesperson and the organization that is doing the services or selling the products. It's a me-focused presentation. But what we really want to do is focus completely on the customer's example challenges. And so by focusing purely on the customer's challenges and where they were, that's where we're going to make these case studies really powerful when we share them in our presentation. Number 3, know their challenges. So this is less about the actual case studies and more about where does the presentation actually fit into the process? Now, you have to fully understand your prospect's challenges in order for the presentation to really fit. Because the more you understand your prospect's challenges, the more you can leverage these case studies to demonstrate where the prospect is right now versus where they want to go. What are the outcomes and goals that they're looking to achieve? So by really understanding their challenges in many ways better than they did before, the more likely you are to be able to demonstrate that you know exactly how to solve them through the examples and case studies that you show. Number 4, have an arsenal of case studies. So case studies are like an arrow in your quiver, right? You never know when you're going to need it, but having a number of different case studies. And again, what a case study really is just a client example. It's an existing customer, an existing client that you already have, and you're talking about their journey from the challenges that they faced to what you did to what they ultimately accomplished. And having an arsenal of these, depending on who it is that you're talking to, is going to be really powerful. You never know exactly what the prospect situation is going to be until you start talking to them. So having a number of different case studies is really going to help you be able to pull out the right arrow for the right moment when ultimately it's time to present. Number 5, get them engaged. I still find that so many salespeople are presenting in a way that is very one-sided. It's a one-way monologue. But what we really want to do is turn even the presentation phase of the sale into a dialogue, into a two-way conversation. And so when you demonstrate a case study or you share a case study, what you ultimately want to do is bring the prospect back into the conversation. You might share that case study and then say, so does that make sense for what you're going through? Or do you see how that might work in your world? And get the prospect to say, yeah, I can see exactly. Or, yeah, actually, we're a little bit different. And then you say, well, tell me how. By getting the prospect really engaged in your presentation, now you are turning this into a two-way conversation where they actually are engaged in the substance of what matters. So the more you can get your prospects engaged, the better off you will be. So there are 5 keys to a great case study presentation in sales. And if you enjoyed this video, then I have an amazing free training on the step-by-step formula to closing more deals. Just click right here to get registered instantly. Seriously, just click right here. This is an in-depth training that will help you close more deals at higher prices, all while generating more meetings. Also, if you got some value, please like this video below on YouTube and be sure to subscribe to my channel by clicking my face, which should be right about here, to get access to a new video just like this one each week.